I would like to read a portion of my script, documentary which I'm planning on Progressive Artist Group. The Progressive Artist Group was supported by eminent people of that time like Dr. Mulkraj Anand, Emmanuel Skulsinger, an art critic from Berlin, Rudy von Leiden, and his brother A.R. Leiden. They made Bombay their home after Nazi Holocaust at Europe. Leiden was an art critic of Times of India and he wrote and encouraged the young artists from time to time. ARA was different from his contemporaries. This is the voiceover. He looked at life as an immediate and direct reactionary. He responded to his surroundings as a painter visually but not intellectually. He was synonymous with still lifes and nudes in bold, thick contour lines of charcoal, watercolor, and oils. He cannot be called as an expressionist. Ara painted his canvas in the manner the expressionists treated with force and vigor. Clear, earthy forms grounded strongly with gravity. His paintings are not even surrealistic in literal sense, but he painted still lifes in a unusual backdrop with graded which graded his works with surrealism. He worked with such freedom and ease that it cannot be identified by any of the 20th century isms as such. Rudy von Leiden commented regarding Ara. Ara's art has always been intuitive, imaginative, spontaneous, and inspirational, and not deliberate and intellectual, intended finding expression through studied and calculate mode. When when his painting becomes social comment on social situation, and he paints beggars, workers, prostitutes, he is without moral rectitude or indignation, but full of sympathy and understanding. Leiden continued, in his choice of subject and style, Ara is rather liberal and eclectic. They say. Much of his work is intuitive, imitative, but is original and experimental. Much is original and experimental. The development of themes. Now, he works with such freedom and yeah. See, this is what Leiden said about it. Leiden said about Ara in many cases, Leiden said further that his faults are overcome by his great pictorial imagination, which can muster subjects which has baffled bigger artists such as battle scenes and dancers. Geeta Kapoor, an art critic, said Ara was unsophisticated but impactuous and vital person whose works Sousa had found stunning because of its direct, intuitive modernism. Ara died in 1985, but his place as an artist of our, of our century cannot be erased. His nudes never were vulgar or distorted. They are earthy, spirometric, plain as air, glowing as fire, tranquil as deep water, and magnificent as the earth. K. Chara was one of the most important artists of modern India. His background reminds of the story of Italian artist Giotto Bondon, the father who is considered to be the father of Renaissance in Europe. Ara was unknown till his inimitable talent was recognized and nurtured by the celebrated art critic Rudi von Leyden, a German geologist who came to India during the Nazi dictatorship. He had great knowledge of Oriental and Western art. He was an art critic with the Times of India, Illustrated Weekly of India, etc., and played a major role in the development of modern art in India. Ara used to earn his bread as a motor cleaner in the late 30s and early 40s. Now, coming to the story, 7 centuries ago, there was an Italian artist called Zimbabwe, Florentine master, to break away from the Byzantine style of painting. Byzantine. He sought to replace it with illusionistic spatial structure. One day, when he was passing by a village, he was amazed to see a shepherd boy drawing a sheep on the surface of a rock with natural skill. Zimbabwe took this boy with him with the permission of the boy's father, a poor Tuscan farmer. The boy joined Zimbabwe's workshop as an apprentice. He was Giotto Bondon, 1267, 1267 to 1337, the father of Renaissance art. So this is the comparison which is of ARA, how a car cleaner, a boy, was discovered by Rudi von Leyden. And ARA also learnt under Walter Langhammer, the great Austrian portrait painter, who was the art director of Times of India those days. And also he studied under one Mr. Wine Harvey. His name is, who was a British teacher at the Sir J.J. School of Art. So these two masters, what is his full name? I'll tell you. His artist. Yeah. During the Bangladesh War, ARA organized fundraising events for the war victims. He organized poetry sessions in Marathi and English and musical evenings held on a stage-like pedestal at the Artist Center. His close associates were photographers R.R. Bharadwaj, Harban Chadda, art critics S.V. Vasudev, Jnaneshwar Nadkarni, R.T. Shahani, Anant R. Kanangi, O.K. Joshi, Geeta Kapoor, Nissim Ezekiel, A.V. Raman and others. ARA interacted with young artists like Jatin Das, Prabhakar Kotre, Chanda Satdev, Niyati Shinde, Rohini Sinha, Deepak Shinde, Kashinath Salve, Shakuntala Kulkarni, Nalini Malani, Lakshman Shrestha, and me, Madhusudan Kumar, and others. Young poets like Pritish Nandi, Arun Kholatkar, and Feroza Shroff Godrej, and used to visit the center often. ARA, he had gathered artists from across the country as friends, including Kishori Kaul from Jammu and Kashmir, Bansi Parimu from Kashmir, and others. He had other friends, Sanko Chaudhary, Shankar Ghosh, and others from Bengal, Bal Chabda, Krishan Khanna, close friends, progressive groups. The center was a favorite gallery for artists from Delhi, Bengal, and other regions of India. What is yours? Artist Center during ARA's tenure turned a cultural center for citizens of Bombay and other regions of India. The deafening silence of the gallery, situated in Rampart Row, had very few establishments those days. Chetna, along with its restaurant and opened its art gallery, and Progressive had a group show organized by its owner and scholar Sudhakar Dikshit, and his artist daughter Chaya Arya. It was one of the first ever private galleries of Bombay, along with Keku Gandhi's Kemol and Kali Pandol Art Gallery. Hussain, Raza, and Soza had their shows in the private galleries. Artist Center was reorganized by the Lalit Kala Academy, recognized by the Artist Center was recognized by the Lalit Kala Academy, New Delhi. Francis, so these are the, now we are talking about only Ara. Ara was a close friend of Hyder Pathan family. Zinatama Pathan was his disciple, followed by her daughter Sukshana Pathan. Ara traveled to Italy and other European countries. Otherwise, he rarely left Bombay and was relentlessly worked at Artist Center, which was also his studio. He stayed at Sita Bagh at Walkeshwar. His communicative skills was with great humor made him a popular figure in the art world. He encouraged young artists and directly or indirectly helped them to sell their artworks to corporate houses like Air India and others. So this is, I think we are, uh, Manohar Matre. Now this is very interesting. Manohar Matre, senior artist, narrated an incident at Artist Center. Hussain walked in as Ara and other artists were present. Hussain composed an impromptu share in Urdu and recited Ara ho Ara, Lidan ka pyara, art ho fart ho, matis ko mara. As told, Hussain envied Ara's closeness to Rudy von Leiden, who wrote very highly of Ara's works in the Times of India. Ara used to say that Hussain stole his horse as he had started painting horses. In spite of the undercurrent of competition, they continued their Bonheimian friendship. Bakri's sculpture of Ara has been sold to the National Gallery of Modern Art, New Delhi.